It is 6:40. We're following some breaking news this morning.
Right now, crews are fighting two house fires in South Bend. WSBT-22's Kristen Bean just arrived to the scene. She's joining us now live. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning, Bob and Leanne. I'm on Scott Street this morning. That is just north of Lincoln Way West in South Bend. Take a look behind me. Here's the situation. Crews got this call about 5 this morning. A vacant house was on fire. You can see that house right here, destroyed, gutted by that fire. What happened was that house set the next door neighbor's house on fire. Now, while the original house is vacant, the next door neighbor's house, there were people living in there. They got out okay. There's no injuries in this fire, but you can see the damage here extensive. We talked to the owner of the vacant house this morning. He says he was working to renovate this house. He didn't have a permit from the city yet, and for that reason, he didn't have insurance. It's going to be a total loss, lots of money lost for him there. Now, this is not the only fire South Bend firefighters are battling this morning. There's another fire going on right now on Bond Street. Captain John Courtier from the South Bend Fire Department tells me this has really decimated their firefighting forces this morning. They've had to call in crews from outside of South Bend because they're treating each of these houses as a separate house fire. But we know no injuries so far in this house fire, this double house fire on Scott Street. Again, this is Scott Street north of Lincoln Way. I'm not hearing of any road closures other than Scott Street itself, but this is not a heavily traveled road, so if you take Lincoln Way to work in the morning, you shouldn't be affected. Now, that fire on Bond Street, I'm working to get more information about what happened there. I don't know about any injuries, the cause of that fire, or whether or not there are any road closures, but we're working to get that information. But I do know this fire on Scott Street, no injuries, and only Scott Street is closed at this time. Bob and Leanne?